Check it out, man, on the roof. Give it the gas. Love, baby. Yeah. Now you're getting yourself some oxygen. Love, baby. Yeah. Hear what I'm saying? Let it all hang out. You gotta chill. Relax. I'm sweating out the rest of it.
last year, has played 6 minutes.
All right, guys, Scott here from UG Series.
Chris, London looking for their 9th win in a row against some familiar faces on this Island Storm team.
Taking a look at the Island Storm roster, you can easily see two very influential figures, I guess, in the Lightning history with Morgan Lewis and, of course, Brent Jennings, who was on the team last year. Morgan Lewis, former #1 overall pick in the NBL draft. In fact, he was the very first draft pick in NBL history. He's been a prolific scorer every year he's been here, except really the year he was in London, and even then, the way they played their basketball, every player was expected to contribute, and he's one of the best 6th men in the league that year. So he's a very, very dangerous weapon, and it's not uncommon for him to have 20 points. He's a big addition to this team, and then looking at Brent Jennings, he's a little inconsistent still, but he has the ability to take over a game when he wants to, and when he gets really aggressive and charges at the rim like he can, that's when he's at his best.
London coming off of a 135-130 win over the Moncton Miracles last night. The Island Storm coming off of a 100-94 win over Windsor on Friday. We're going to listen to the national anthem here at Budweiser Gardens. London versus the Island Storm. They've got a long history with London edging the Island Storm, to say at least, 14-4 over the MBLC's history. They obviously met in the 2013 MBLC Finals. And when we look at this Island Storm team, Chris, a bunch of recent acquisitions, and as you mentioned, Josiah Turner, also Morgan Lewis, another familiar face. The Island Storm going back to some really tried and tested MBLC talent.
And we're going to just list all of the changes because there's been quite a few, and we want to make sure everyone at home understands who's on what teams here. The Island Storm added Josiah Turner, Terrell Baines, and George Beeman, as well as Morgan Lewis, and they dropped Mike Martin, Gary Gibson, Raheem Singleton, Anthony Simpson, and Andre Malone. So sweeping changes. And the Island Storm have been a perennial power in the East, so these changes aren't entirely unexpected because the team has not had the start to the year that they were hoping for or that we've ever really seen from them. Almost every year they've been clearly in the top 2 of the conference. And they've been to the finals multiple times too, including 2 years ago when they played against the Windsor Express. So the Island Storm have always been a very good team, and seeing them in the bottom of the conference is a very unfamiliar place for them. So they made all these changes. What can they bring, though? Josiah Turner has probably the best pedigree coming into his NBL career of any player that's come into the NBL. He was a 5-star All-American at his high school, and he went to college, Arizona, had some trouble there. He ended up coming to the NBL, and he played very well considering his age. He was only 20 years old, but he played quite well for the Island Storm. He averaged 10 points per game and 6 assists in that first year with the Island Storm. And again, for a 20-year-old, that's incredible. He spent some time in the D-League. He's played for the Los Angeles Defenders, and again, he put up similar numbers, 10 points, 6 assists. So he's a good distributor, and he's a very capable point guard, and he's got decent height for the position, too. At the NBA, 6'3" is about average. In NBL, 6'3" is pretty big for a point guard. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of a player is coming back now. We've seen him develop in the NBL, and we saw him move on. This is kind of the first time we've seen a young guy leave and then come back. He's still only 23, one of the youngest players in the league. And I got to say, it's kind of exciting in terms of the league's development as a development league to see one of their own products come back, and how much have they improved? How much development has there actually been?
73 games with the Defenders in the D-League, which is definitely impressive, to say the least. Quickly, talking about the Island Storm starting lineup, Brent Jennings, former London Lightning player, Josiah Turner, Brian Addison, Rashad Wack, and Nick Evans as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of familiar faces. Nick Evans was one of the most improved players last year. He was a guy that played some good bench minutes, but wasn't really anything too crazy. And then last year, he really emerged as one of the top centers in NBL Canada. And to have a genuine 6'11" center who can play and isn't just a big guy clogging the lane, like Nick Evans can ball. So to have one of those bigs is always a huge advantage. And I mean, the guy's a bulldog down in the post. It'll be very interesting to see how he matches up with Chad Posthumus, because those are two very similar players, very skilled for their size and very capable of just crashing and banging down in the post. So we'll see how those two match up, and whether or not London's going to come straight out with Posthumus early in the game to try and counteract that. Right now, looking at the starting lineups, it's going to be Maxwell who gets the matchup, and I'll let you explain the rest of the starting lineups.
Absolutely. Nick Okori, Warren Ward, Stephen Maxwell, Akeem Wright, and Marcus Capers. So definitely a smaller lineup when you have Chad Posthumus and Curtis Washington, who only played, I think, about 30 seconds last night, so he's fresh. The thing with the London Lightning, they're playing 3 games in 3 days, and they only played last night, so Curtis Washington being able to come off the bench, that's another big matchup. Both these teams, very effective rebounding teams. The Island Storm leading the league with 50 rebounds per game and a rebound margin of +4.
And one of the reasons Washington played so few minutes, he's shown himself to be a capable big. However, the London Lightning were in a close game, so they decided to shorten the bench. Washington didn't get as many minutes, but he's a guy who, if this game is a decent lead for the Lightning, if they feel comfortable at like a 7 or 8 point lead, Washington can come in, and you don't really lose a lot. He's still learning the defensive end, but he's a very, very talented big. Great footwork for the position, and very versatile on the offensive end. He's just got to get that all-around game worked on, and he'll be there. He'll get there. He's got a ton of talent, and that's the thing with the Lightning is this is one of the years where they've not only picked guys to win now, but they've also picked guys to win later. We saw this philosophy kind of come in last year with how they started the year, but then they faded away from it. This year they've really stuck to having younger guys on their team and contributing, so that next year, because realistically, if there was a team that's most likely to have someone that could easily have someone return, that would probably be the London Lightning. So to be able to develop some of their own players, a guy like Stephen Maxwell is only 22, Tyshawn Patterson's 23. This is a young team getting huge contributions from young guys. So for the London Lightning to continue to build themselves, not just this year, but next year, it's interesting to see that development bent, I guess, to the overall team philosophy work its way in here. And I mean, the success speaks for itself. It's working.
You see Nick Okori heading out of the huddle first there. He had a massive night last night against the Moncton Miracles. 33 points, 7 for 10 from beyond the arc. And he started slow, and we were trying to figure that out with the stats. I mean, it seemed like he went a full 7 for 7 in maybe the last 3 quarters of play.
Yeah, I think he maybe missed his first 3 shots. At the start of the game, but I don't think we saw him miss a single basket after that. Even 3-pointer, 2-pointer, whatever. He went perfect after the first quarter, and I mean, when he's scoring, and I'm sure the Island Storm know that he can score, it's devastating to try and play against because he's just got so much ability to get to the basket, to shoot a three, and to really, his most impressive ability is to open up space for himself. He's not a tall guy, so you might think, oh, we can beat him with size. But he does so well at gaining separation with his step back that it's almost impossible to block his shot because he's jumped back a good 2 feet from where he was standing before. So he's really nailed that fadeaway shot. He's really got a versatile offensive skill set. And it's going to be very, very difficult for, I believe it's going to be Rashad Wack who's probably going to get the defensive responsibility on him. It's going to be a good matchup. Rashad Wack is not a bad player himself. He's an excellent guard.
Rookie of the year last year as well.
100% deserved too. Yeah. He's also dynamic, but he's going to have his hands full tonight.
Wack averaging around 12 points per game, shooting 45% from three-point land so far this season. These fans are back. They're hoping to see a similar game that we saw last night, an absolute shootout against the Miracles, the highest scoring game in the NBLC so far this season. And 35-30, the Island Storm sitting at a 4-8 record come into this game after taking down the Windsor Express by a score of 100-94. That game happened on Friday. My apologies, the Island Storm are now 5-8 with that win. My apologies. London in white, the Island Storm in orange. Addison matching up against Maxwell here to tip off, and the Island Storm will get the first possession. Here's Josiah Turner getting his first touches. Again, a recent acquisition. Brent Jennings has possession, the former London Lightning player. Wack with possession now on the far side. Going to try to work around Ward here. Instead, he's going to hand it off to Jennings. For three, it's contested. It won't go. And there's Warren Ward to collect. Nick Okori with possession, as we said before, 33 points last night. Former Island Storm player. Hands it off to Warren Ward. On this far side. Ward tries to work his way around. A gorgeous pass. It looks like that's Akeem Wright down low. My apologies, that's Stephen Maxwell. He's trying to work around Nick Evans. That won't go. Marcus Capers will finish it.
Akeem Wright was standing on the three-point line that whole time, but the Lightning just bulldogged their way to 2 points.
First 2 points of the game as fans here at Budweiser Gardens take their seat. Evans trying to back down Warren Ward. It's too easy for the big man.
Yeah, I think there might have been a foul there too. Nick Evans looking at the ref wondering where that call might have been.
Okori hands it off to Ward. Ward matching up against Brent Jennings. This is Akeem Wright. The big game from beyond the arc last night. He's going on a fade, and it's good for two.
Excellent start from the London Lightning. They're moving the ball a lot better than they did last night. They had a bit of a rough start against the Moncton Miracles. Found themselves down quite early, about halfway through the first. I think it was almost a 10-point lead. So the Lightning, it was very important to them to come out here and get a much better start, and that's what we've seen so far.
Bounce pass underneath here to Brent Jennings. He's matching up against Capers. Can't get it to go. Maxwell will collect, and now here come the London Lightning in the form of Nick Okori on the far side. Sitting in the corner. He's going to take the corner three. No good. Capers can't collect. Refs are going to say that ball fell out of play off of the Island Storm. 10 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock.
That shot from Okori might have been a bit of a delayed heat check from last night, of course. Last night he had the shot that put away the Moncton Miracles. It wasn't the game winner, but might as well have because it sealed it.
Interception here from the Storm. This is Brent Jennings on the slam.
And how many times did we see that here in London? Brent Jennings, one of those guys, is just incredibly athletic. And he's got some range to his game too. He can knock down the jumper. But I mean, when he charges the basket, that's when he's at his best. Seeing him and Emmanuel Little last year driving through the lane was a real treat.
Capers up top. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 10 minutes on the game clock here in the first quarter. Marty Thompson, Chris Croucher in the booth. Akeem Wright trying to work around Nick Evans. Tries to draw the foul on that shot. It's no good. The ref's going to blow that down. Looks like that's a 24-second violation. 9:48 on the clock. And the score 4-4.
On that play right there, we saw some great defense from Nick Evans there. He was stuck in a rather bad situation. Akeem Wright had the speed advantage, got him off his feet, but Evans kept his body in control even while he was up in the air there and made sure he didn't draw that foul. So instead of 3 foul shots for Akeem Wright, it's the Storm ball.
Jennings works around Evans. Fires the ball here to Addison, who can't get that one to go. Evans with the big offensive rebound on the near side will hand it back, but that's traveling against Brian Addison.
we're already seeing the kind of impact Nick Evans can have here, getting that offensive rebound. We've seen him show some nice touch around the basket. He's playing good defense. He's not going to put up 30 points or anything, but he does a lot of the little things right that helps the team win.
Akeem Wright for three. No good. Evans will collect this rebound. Hands it off, and now here comes Rashad Wack. Distance three. Airballs it. It'll fall out of play. 9 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Score is 4-all. Inbound coming up here is collected by Okori. Tries to work around Wack. Hands it off to Wright. Looks to Maxwell down low and said he'll take it up for two.
Akeem Wright, very smooth, and he's got that game when he gets into the lane that he kind of knows where he is in relation to the basket at all times. So he doesn't necessarily need to be looking or have practiced that shot a whole bunch to know that he's at his distance from the rim. So he knows exactly what kind of touch he has to have, whatever angle, wherever he is on the floor. He just has that sense.
Inbound coming up here for the Storm. 14 seconds on the shot clock, as you can see. Jennings on the inbound. Hands it off to Addison for three. On the other side, this is good from Rashad Wack. 7-6.
And that's what Rashad Wack can do to you. One of the best three-point shooters in NBL Canada.
Okori hands it off to Capers. London yet to make a change to what their starting lineup. Same goes for the Island Storm. Wright up top. Tries to work his way around the key. Doesn't get to go. Warren Ward, distance three. The London, Ontario native gets it.
Such a beautiful shooting stroke, too. Warren Ward, so smooth. He came off an Achilles injury, but had 31 points in that home opener. He's a guy that can really fill up the stat sheet.
And that's going to be a foul likely against Warren Ward. And looks like Josiah Turner will be going to the line here for two bonus shots. 8:02 on the clock. That'll be London's second foul of the game. The Storm have yet to record a foul in this quarter. We mentioned it last night, but the game against Moncton was very disciplined from both sides, which, I mean, in such a physical game as we've seen, especially in a high-scoring game like that, definitely rare to see for sure.
Yeah, there's almost no fouls in that game. I think the grand total was about 17 combined for the two teams. And I mean, 165 points in one game. That was no defense, but fun to watch.
Ball's chipped out here to Warren Ward up top. 7:50 on the clock. Ward looks towards Okori on the far side. Instead, he'll take it to Capers here. Hand it around. Ball gets tipped out. And looks like that was Jennings throwing that ball back, but Okori's going to collect. And London will get a fresh shot clock. Okori coming in hard on Josiah Turner. Bounce pass down low to Maxwell is no good. Island Storm ball.
A little too out of control from Okori. I think he started running for that as if the shot clock was about to expire, and then maybe mid-run he noticed that it got switched back to 24. Just a little bit too wild.
Turner brings it across. Runs into a bit of a hole here. He'll bounce pass down low to Nick Evans, who's getting double teamed there. Turner hands it off. This is Addison, but the ball will fall out of off his own foot rather. And London are getting set on the inbound here. 9-8, they have the lead.
A little gamesmanship from Addison. Of course, every player says it's going their way, but that time Addison just had it bounce off his own shin.
Okori moves it across half. Akeem Wright. Top of the key. This is Ward for three on the near side. It's no good. Ball gets tipped around. Capers does a nice job deflecting it off to Okori. London keep possession. That's going to be on an offensive foul, rather.
I think it's a blocking foul.
Oh, my apologies. First foul there for the Storm. 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. Again, London 9, Island Storm 8. This is the only game on the MBLC schedule for today. The only game on the MBLC schedule last night was London versus Moncton, so London being home to all MBLC eyes for at least the weekend here to see Nick Evans collecting that ball. Hands it off. This is Rashad Wack. Evans setting the pick. He gets the ball back, fires it across. This is Brent Jennings for three, misses it. Collected here by Maxwell. Okori's going to take it up. He looks towards Warren Ward. He'll switch it over to Capers. Barely keeps the ball in. Jennings playing defense against him, hands it off to Okori up top, and London will get set. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Okori works it underneath. Looks like he's going to draw a foul on Addison.
And that's Okori at his best. The one play he was a little out of control, but when Okori just drives to the bucket, he can draw a ton of fouls and cause some havoc for teams like the Island Storm. And I mean, if I was the London Lightning, I'd be going after Nick Evans every single time, see if I can get him in some foul trouble early.
Morgan Lewis has come into the game for the Island Storm as we hear a round of applause here from the crowd. Morgan Lewis, the former London Lightning player, won the championship with the team in the league's second season. Sporting a bit more hair than he did back then. Pretty similar to his teammate Robert Nortman's haircut. Lewis gets his first touches here. Gives it back to Rashad Wack. Here's this Postmus versus Evans matchup we were talking about. Evans can't get that one to go. It's collected here by Maxwell. Tyshawn Patterson gets his first touches of the game. Postmus sets the pick. Capers fires it down low to Postmus. Nearly got that play to go. Fresh shot clock though as London gets set again. Patterson. London getting set to bring on Ryan Anderson and Kevin Loisel. They're looking to get a bit more height here as you see Capers running into Nick Evans. Postmus up top. He's going to draw the foul from Morgan Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis kind of bailed out the Lightning there. Lightning having no luck on that possession as we have a timeout here for the media.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here at Budweiser Gardens.
Well, we're coming to your city. Gonna play our guitars and sing you a country song. We'll all be flying higher than a jetliner. And if you want a little bang in your yin yang, come along. Well, we flew through Cincinnati and we all got really happy. Grabbed a bowl of that Skyline chili along the way.
Don't forget to check out the Oxford Dodge Shoot to Win booth just outside the King Club. Sign up to compete on the court in the third quarter break for your chance to win a brand new Jeep Cherokee on the last home game of the season.
London Lightning with the lead here, 11-8. As we're just waiting out the rest of this media timeout. Akeem Wright, 4 points. Stephen Maxwell, 5 rebounds, leading both categories for the Lightning and also in the game so far.
Can you smell a double-double cooking? Stephen Maxwell, of course, double-doubles in 9 of his past 10 games, including last night against the Miracles. I mean, this guy's an animal out there. He's able to just dominate physically at every level on the court, really. And I mean, some of the, whether it's a dunk or whether it's a rebound they jumped out of the gym for, I think just about every game there's a wow play from Stephen Maxwell.
As I mentioned before, Kevin Loisel and Ryan Anderson have come into the game, so London sporting a pretty decently sized front court there, as you can see them. Postmus gets that first one to go. And as we mentioned, Curtis Washington getting limited minutes last night. Postmus, 13 points, 5 fouls to his name. Wack has possession. His Storm are down 13-8, 5.5 left in the first. Evans is in motion down low. Gotta get rid of this ball. Gonna hand it off to Jennings. Morgan Lewis on the wing on this near side. The ball's tipped up. Postmus will hand it off to Kevin Loisel. And now here come the London Lightning on the offense. Okori. Loisel, and now to Ryan Anderson. He can shoot the 3 ball. Hands it off to Okori. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 5 minutes on the game clock here in the first. Okori works around on the fade. Distance 2, no good. Morgan Lewis with a great rebound, and now here come the Storm. Jennings. Backs around, gorgeous move around Loisel. Can he get it up? Can't get that one to go. It's collected down low. You see Baines unable to put that one back for the Storm. Patterson hands it off to Okori. Another handoff. This is Postmus. 3 guys contesting him down low. He's going to draw the foul.
This is the unit that really, when the Lightning were struggling last game against the Moncton Miracles, this is the unit that provided the spark. It's kind of interesting to see how versatile some of these guys are, though, because now the Lightning are trying to get them in there, not necessarily to provide a spark, but to maintain. and to sort of slow it down a bit, grind it out a bit. So this is the kind of trust that Kyle Julius has in just about every player in his roster, is he expects to roll a bench where every single player has to play a role. And that's what he gets from these guys here. A guy like Tyshawn Patterson, who's really, since coming into London, since the start of the game, has really, or since the start of the year, I should say, not the game, has really shown an ability as a floor general that's been developing throughout, as opposed to at the start of the year where he was just go, 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 go. And it was almost like someone had given him 18 Red Bulls before every game because he just would not stop running. Whereas now he's got that pacing to his game. He knows when to slow it down. And I think having a guy like Nick Okori as well in the backcourt, that's the perfect kind of guy for Patterson to emulate as his career continues.
4.5 left in this first quarter. Long ball is no good from Whack on this far side. Bain collects it. This is Morgan Lewis for three. Can't get that three ball to go. Isn't really ever a three-ball shooter with the London Lightning, as we see Mustafa Jones handing the ball off. Lazelle to Patterson. Ball still up top. It's going down low here to Bosmus up against Nick Evans. He'll get that one to go. 4 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Bosmus having himself a nice little game against Nick Evans. And again, these are two guys who match up really well against each other. Very similar players. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the upper hand as the game continues.
Lewis backs in over Ryan Anderson. Will hand it off. This is Baines. Distance two is no good. Collected by Anderson. Now here comes Tyshawn Patterson using his speed on that fade. It's good. What an athletic play from number 22 on the London Lightning. Meantime, the Island Storm call the timeout, 18-8.
I don't think you can see it on this on the camera angle you've got right there, but boy, was Kyle Julius jazzed from that one. He was yelling at all his boys, good job, keep it up. I think he was, though. I can't swear to that. I'm pretty sure it was positive, though.
But the London Lightning off to a fantastic start, a 10-point lead. Again, we got about 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
This has been pretty much the dream start for the Lightning. They've just been executing everything they want to do very, very well. Every type of play they set up on offense is working. There hasn't been as much chaos in their offense as we saw last night, and as we've seen in other games where they've maybe struggled a bit. This game they're playing very much under control. Everything seems to just kind of be working out for them. I think the Island Storm really needs to tighten up on the interior because they're trying to bring these triple teams on a guy like Postumus, and then you free up Maxwell, and then I don't know exactly what they're doing on the inside, but every single time there's like a triple team whenever the ball's down low, and the ball just gets kicked out, and it's an easy bucket for the Lightning. So I tell the defenders on the Storm, you know, you don't have to be jumping on the guy's back as soon as he gets the ball. You still got to remember that there's other players on the court. That's something for the Island Storm to try and work on coming out of this timeout.
I see Joe Salerno having a quick chat with his team, and as you can see, Kyle Julius having a quick chat with his. Again, the London Lightning, 8 straight wins, looking for their 9th straight win. That would be the second longest win streak in franchise history. They tied it last night with that 8th win. Long shot from Thomas is good. Well, the Island Storm off to a good start after that timeout, 18-10, 3:26 left in the first quarter. 4 fouls for the Storm, 2 for the Lightning. Anderson keeps possession, works the ball underneath, takes it up, and it's tipped around. Chad Postumus finishes that one.
Again, Chad Postumus having one of his best games. Island Storm need to get some buckets down here, though. They're only shooting 23% tonight.
Ball being worked down low here by Beeman. Lazelle collects it down low, as you can see, and here, of course. Hands it off to Jones. Lazelle gets it back, trying to look to Postumus down low. Lazelle will take it over Nick Evans for 3.
That was a gutsy shot there from Nick Evans, the type that has a coach going, what are you doing? And then it goes in, and he goes, okay, good shot.
Terry Thomas with possession, takes it for 3. Hits off the rim. Island Storm unlucky from beyond the arc so far. They've now gone 1 for 7 to start this game. Patterson for 3, can't get it to go. He's gonna get his own rebound though. Flies it across, and it's easily collected here by Beeman. Bounce pass to Morgan Lewis. Can't draw the foul. Beeman will get the rebound. He'll be fouled. He's going to go to the line.
No real luck for the Island Storm. They're really just not having any of the shots fall for them right now. It's been a little bit of a rough go of it for the Island Storm, but the London Lightning are playing a very, 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 very good game right now. just about everything breaking right for them. They're playing very nicely on the inside, especially against this Island Storm team. And the guys who've been shooting the threes for the Island Storm, I think they did a good job of watching the tape, because the guys who they're letting shoot the threes are guys who are not known for their three-point shooting. So, I mean, you're okay with them taking those shots. The Island Storm maybe need to work on getting the right guys the right shots.
Patterson hands it off to Posmus down low. It's deflected. Patterson fires it out into the corner. This is Ryan Anderson. And again, Storm with a decent stop here. 23-12, 2 minutes to go. Lewis takes it up for a distance two, and it's good from the top of the key. 23-14. Patterson, 20 points last night, shot 50% from the field. Mustafa Jones, 3 points, 3 assists last night. Anderson up against Morgan Lewis. They hand it off to Lazelle. Anderson will get it back, get some space for a three. He's got it.
And that's what Ryan Anderson was brought in here to do. One of the best three-point shooters the NBL has had, especially last year with the Windsor Express, where he was just killer from the three-point line.
Beeman tries to work the ball down low over Kevin Lazelle, and the 24-year-old gets his first basket of the game. Anderson ushers Lazelle over, gives the ball back to Lazelle, fires it across, the ball's tipped out off of Beeman. 26-16, Warren Ward coming back into the game to replace Jones on the London Lightning side. Inbound coming up, minute to go in the first 15 seconds on the shot clock. Anderson fires the ball, and Lazelle unable to collect that one. The ref's going to blow that one down. Island Storm possession coming up. Again, the Storm on a 2-game Ontario road trip. Obviously one of 2 that they'll make this year. Took on the Windsor Express on Friday. Beat the Express 100-94. They'll be heading back out east basically as soon as possible. They've got to take on the Moncton Miracles on Thursday. Beeman collects, takes the three, can't draw the foul. He will draw the foul. Massive play for the Island Storm. George Beeman.
Excellent play from George Beeman to be able to get that shot off and to get the contact too. He sold it a bit, but I mean, excellent job. He gets to go to the foul line. Let's see if he can make it a 4-point play.
And Beeman, the 24-year-old, misses that one. 18 games in the D-League last season, one of those acquisitions the Island Storm made this past week. Some rough stuff there as Baines is able to collect the ball here for the Storm. Hands it off to Turner. Turner takes it up. Gorgeous play from the NBLC veteran.
And that's one of those things Josiah Turner can do. He's such an athlete that something like that, he makes it look easy.
Patterson looks to the corner. Ryan Anderson in motion. Posmus in front of him. 26 seconds on the game clock. Anderson stripped to the ball, but there's a foul called there by the referee. 23.9 on the clock. 14 seconds on the shot clock as we see Ryan Anderson getting set to go to the line. 3 for 7 last night, 10 points. Of course, that was coming off of the game they had against Niagara the night before, where he went 1 for 7. Wasn't the best. My apologies, won't be going to the line here. He's getting set on the inbound. Just going 1 for 7 from the field in his first game with the Lightning. Anderson, a bit of a three-point shooter. Known for that with his time with the Ottawa Skyhawks. Patterson, he gets the shot off in time, but it's collected here by Morgan Lewis. The shot clock has expired, just 4 seconds to go in this first quarter. Fires it across, it's tipped here by Kevin Lazelle. He won't be able to get the ball off. Warren Ward with possession. Tries to work around Nortman. Turner's giving him some pressure time. He'll also miss the net. So 26-21, the London Lightning win the lead here through this first quarter of play. We'll be right back at Budweiser Gardens.
All right, Lightning fans, it's time for the London Lightning Dance Takeover with A-Long Dance Arts. Please welcome to the floor,
Welcome back to Budweiser Gardens, London versus the Island Storm. Lightning up 26-21 through the first quarter of play. Kyle Julius having a quick chat to his lineup, a lineup that has played 3 games in as many days, taking on Niagara in Niagara on Friday, hosting Moncton last night, and now, of course, taking on the Island Storm. Looking at the stats, the London Lightning seem to be doing a good job on the rebounding side of things. 17-12, 7 offensive rebounds to their name. We talked about how good of a rebounding team the Island Storm are, leading the league in rebounds at around 50 per game, so definitely a good start for Kyle Julius' men.
And part of the reason that it's worked out so well is a guy like Chad Hospice has been doing an excellent job against Nick Evans. Nick Evans, the main rebound guy for the Island Storm, and it's been working well for the Lightning. They're boxing out, they're having a very strong interior presence, and they're kind of taking away what the Island Storm like to do. It'll be interesting seeing in this quarter. We saw at the end of the first, the Lightning, the Storm started to play a little bit better, started to get some of those shots that they were just having some bad luck with early in the game. When those shots are starting to drop, that's when they're dangerous. They're actually shooting better than the Lightning right now. Percentage-wise, they just haven't had as many opportunities. Part of that was probably because the second chance points for the Lightning, whenever they get the second chance and they've gotten those offensive rebounds, they turn them into 9 points. As opposed to the Storm, who only have 4 offensive rebounds and all these other second chances that they've had. So for the Storm to continue to keep this lead as we start the second quarter here, they're going to need to maybe be a little more opportunistic and take some points out of those second chances they get.
Warren Ward collects here. As mentioned, London with possession here to start this second quarter. Corey hands it off. This is Hakeem Wright on the far side. He steps in. He'll take it out to Warren Ward for 3. Can't get that one to go. It's collected by Capers on the near side. He'll be able to finish.
Marcus Capers just a handyman on this team. He's got a tool for every job you could ask him to do, and he's played every role for this team. A very versatile talent.
Turner hands it off to Beeman for 3 in the near corner. He gets it to go. So the Island Storm with a big answer back.
I saw that Kobe leg kick there on that shot. That was a classic Bryant on that one.
Beeman up to 10 points, now leading the game in that category. 28-24. London with the lead, they've got the ball. Corey makes lots of space for Wright up top. Open 3 is no good. Collected here by Maxwell up against Nortman. He'll draw the foul, and he'll get this. 2 points. What a fantastic play there from number 21.
Stephen Maxwell, just a bulldog down low. He's so strong that he's able to just kind of bully anyone. It doesn't really matter who you put on him. Stephen Maxwell probably wins the strength matchup. So he's able to just get all these offensive rebounds because not only is he strong, but he can jump out of the gym. So anytime you're battling for a rebound, Stephen Maxwell likely to come out on top.
31-24. Island Storm record their first foul of this second quarter. Turner. Beeman's in motion on this near side. He ushers Adderson in front of him there to take that ball. Gives it back to Turner. 6 seconds on the shot clock. This is Beeman, gets the shot off in time, but they're going to call a foul against Warren Ward. Or my apologies, that is Warren Ward. 31-24. Nick Evans preparing to come on here for the Island Storm. As we see Beeman getting set to go from the line. Evans will replace Nortman. Gets that first one, nothing but net. We mentioned before the Storm not having the best season this year. We're used to them being a powerhouse in the Atlantic Division, just 5-8 to start the year. They were actually in dead last in the Atlantic Division after losing to Moncton last weekend. Hakeem Wright fires it off to Ward. Works around Wright. Hand the ball back to him. Wright can't collect, and now here come the Island Storm. Jennings tosses it off here to Turner. Turner up against Corey. What a matchup. Finished there by Addison. And the ref's gonna blow that one down. It appears the basket's going to count though. 10 minutes to go in the second quarter and first half. Ref just having a quick chat there with the table. The basket will count, and it looks like the scoreboard is shut off, which has caused some problems here in-house, obviously. Get another big crowd here at Budweiser Gardens. The upper bowl open once again. 7,700 fans at last night's game. Something similar here this afternoon. McCory. Still with possession, matching up against Beeman. Ref's going to blow that one down against Corey.
Yeah, they're going to call that one a push-off, and he did give a bit of a forearm there.
9:50 on the clock. London's second foul of this quarter. Turner coming across. Jennings takes it. Beeman. Top of the key. Hook shot's no good. Ward collects. Fires it off to Capers. London trying to get things done in the transition. Right. Elects to wait. Hands it back to Corey, and they'll get set. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Bounce pass. This is Maxwell. Can't get it to go. It's collected here by Brent Jennings. Fires it across to Turner. Moves around Capers. My apologies. Capers with that block. 31-27, 9:14 on the clock as Ryan Anderson prepares to come into the game here for the London Lightning. He's going to replace Warren Ward. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Inbound coming up here from Josiah Turner. Fires it to Jennings. Another block by Marcus Capers. Back-to-back blocks from number 34 in the London Lightning.
Well, it's a block party and everybody's invited. Great play by Marcus Capers on that one. Just about jumped out of the gym. Swatted that ball.
The score remains 31-27. Inbound coming up. Turner takes possession. Evans with it. Turner still with possession. I did like the block party joke. I did like the block party joke. Chris was just looking at me, just waiting for something. Refs blow that one down as Beeman had possession up top. And under 9 minutes to go in this second quarter and another official's timeout. Both coaches having a quick chat there with the referee, as you can see in the corner of your screen. Likely another scoreboard issue. It could be on the near side scoreboard. We're just hearing that that's the problem, but on the shot clock one on this near side, we just can't quite see it from this angle, so we know that it's acted up in the past. .8:57. Storm in orange, London in white. We'll have Jake Beckett on at halftime to talk all things NBLC for fans of the league. Will definitely know his name.
Might I add, he's wearing a very sharp jacket today.
Too bad you won't be able to see it.
I just want everyone to know it's a very sharp jacket.
It's all about your imagination. Jennings on the inbound here for the Island Storm. Collected by Addison. Fires it across. Beeman. It's tipped. Beeman will get it back though. Hands it off to Addison down low, and he gets 2 to go.
Lightning just need to communicate a little better there as well as on the inbound, apparently. Make sure they get that ball. Good effort by the Storm. They don't quit on a single rebound, and that's part of why they've been one of the better rebounding teams in the league. Is anytime the ball is a free-for-all, nobody's running back on defense. They're all trying to get the ball.
Storm outscoring the Lightning 8-5 in this second quarter so far. Capers moves it across, hands it off. This is Maxwell, gets it. And one.
Stephen Maxwell's really starting to get that finesse around the basket. He's still jumping into bodies, and that's kind of his thing, is to just sort of attack, but he's starting to get that touch where he's able to make those tough shots where his body's been bumped and he's a little out of control, and still able to get his shot under control and have that touch to finish and get to the line, as opposed to early in the year where you just get to the line and wouldn't make the basket.
8:22 on the clock here in the second, 34-29. London add to their lead here. Inbound coming up from Brian Addison, Queens, New York native. Will hand it off To Beeman. Turner hands it back to Beeman for 3. Rings off the rim, collected there by Maxwell.
Boy, did he ever take that down with authority. Jeez.
Wright has possession. Loses it though. The ball followed a play off of the Storm. Inbound coming up for Lightning on this near side. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Rashad Wack comes back into the game for the Island Storm. Josiah Turner makes way. Inbound coming. Wright to Corey. See Maxwell playing the pick in front. Corey on the fade. That's a tough shot, but we know Nick Corey can make it.
He's one of the best at that fadeaway shot. And again, he gets so much separation that even though he's a shorter guy, it's just about impossible to block and even get a hand in his face because he jumps about 2 feet back on the fade.
Ball's tipped up. Addison collects it on the fade. No good. Taken here by Anderson. London with another stop. Anderson a distance pass. Maxwell collects it on the baseline right in front of the net. Capers goes for the alley-oop, unable to drain.
Just about ended up getting a free piggyback from Nick Evans on there. Nick Evans doesn't strike me as the type who likes giving opposing players piggyback rides.
Evans has been in the league for quite some time and obviously a very, very good rebounder. And to be a good rebounder, you've got to be a little gritty, I'm going to say. You know, having that reputation as being a very physical player has been awesome for Island Storm and Island Storm fans during the franchise's existence. As you see, Evans trying to work around right there.
Oh, wow.
He'll finish the 2 acrobatically.
And there's that feel for the net that Akeem Wright has as we see a speed rush here. Jeez.
That's Rashad Wack, and it's collected here by Capers as the London Lightning moves things down. It's a 3-on-1. Corey takes it to the hoop. It's finished by Wright. Back-to-back baskets for Akeem Wright.
If I'm Joe Salerno, I'm thinking about calling a timeout here. London's got a lot of momentum heading their way as we see 2 subs getting ready to come in. 40-29, looks like Lewis and also Baines coming into the game. Jennings, distance 3. Can they get an answer back? They will. Gorgeous shot from the former London Lightning player. You know Brent Jennings is going to have something to prove tonight. He was, of course, traded to the Storm in exchange for Nick Corey.
This is Stephen Maxwell. Takes it to the hoop. Back-to-back scorers here. Storm with that 3-pointer. Deficit still at 10 points. Ball tossed up, it's no good from Wack. My apologies, that was Addison there. Maxwell hands it off, Addison intercepts. He's gonna draw the foul. 6 minutes to go in this second quarter. And looks like Lewis and also Baines getting set to come in. They're gonna replace Beeman. My apologies, looks like they're gonna replace Beeman and Addison as well.
Once Addison makes his shots, of course.
Of course, as you see Addison at the line. Double-double versus Windsor for Ryan Addison. 16 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds in that game as well. Just 1 foul as well. Very impressive, especially when you're that aggressive on the offensive boards, just to draw 1 foul all game.
It's just a free throw, so he's got to make this one.
Gets the second one to go.
Yeah, our courtside Mike picking up some fan love for that shot.
Addison makes way there, as you see Baines coming into the game. Corey takes possession and will lug this ball across. His London Lightning rather, have a 42-33 lead over the Island Storm. Bounce pass, right at the very top. Double team there as you see Baines matching up against him. This is Maxwell with a gorgeous finish. It doesn't even make sense.
He just sort of threw it up there. I don't think there was any intent behind it except getting the ball in the air. But it finds net. 44-33 Lightning.
Wack to Jennings. Calls Baines in. Moves around Baines. Fires it across. Evans unable to collect. So London with another stop as we get set for immediate timeout here at Budweiser Gardens. We'll be right back.
The world has changed. Business has changed. You've changed. Is the practice of law keeping up? Find the answer. Visit siskins.com/change.
Well, we're coming to your city. Gonna play our guitars and sing you a country song. We'll all be flying. Cincinnati, and we all got really happy. Grabbed a bowl of that Skyline chili along the way.
They get to eat a delicious cupcake from Angelo's, but they don't get to use their hands for
We're back here at Budweiser Gardens. Marty Thompson and Chris Croucher up in the booth as you see Kyle Julius having a quick chat with his men during the media timeout halfway through this second quarter of play. Marty Thompson, Chris Croucher up in the booth. London with an 11-point lead, doing a fantastic job so far. Again, looking for their 9th straight win. Obviously the longest in the league so far this season, but they're looking to surpass their second longest win streak of 8 games, which they currently have. Looking towards that 11-game win streak, which they got to start the season in 2012-2013.
That, of course, is the record for the league, too, as well. So London Lightning getting in closer and closer to some history here. Hopefully we aren't jinxing them as we come out of this timeout. 44-33 for the London Lightning, and the scoreboard is continuing to act up a bit, so we've got a delayed break. There we go. 5 minutes, 33 left in the quarter.
Lightning outscoring the Storm 18-12, largely in part due to a very nice run in the last 4 minutes or so heading into the media timeout.
A lot of that has to go to Stephen Maxwell, too, who's now leading the team in scoring and rebounds. He's 2 rebounds away from his 10th double-double in 11 games.
Corey looks up, right comes 2. Double team here for Corey, manages to get it off. Right, managing to keep possession up against Morgan Lewis, playing some very stingy defense right now. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Right looks for the fade. He makes a lot of space and he gets it.
Looks like Morgan Lewis took a shot in the face there. He's checking his nose, asking the refs about that one, but great play by the London Lightning.
Whack off to Evans, who loses the ball. And they're going to say it fell out off of London. 16 seconds on the shot clock, now under 5 minutes to go. See Kyle Julius in the shot there, just looks like he's talking to Maxwell to step up. Rashad Wack gets the shot off right in front of Kyle Julius, and it's good for 3. 46-33. Corey. Oh, Maxwell, he's able to finish it there. Wasn't quite sure what was going to happen. 48-36.
And Nick O'Corey put that way above the rim. Holy, how did Stephen Maxwell get that?
Brent Jennings can't get the answer back. 3, and Corey will collect possession here. Fires it across. This is Ryan Anderson for 3. Yes! And Joe Salerno, rightfully so, calls a timeout. His team down 51-36. The Island Storm offense and defense really having trouble, especially in this second quarter.
And Joe Salerno, a very, very good coach. He's got to get this fixed because that was not the start that you want to have coming out of that media timeout. They actually did a good job of defending Lightning on the first possession. They got Lightning scrambling a bit, but then of course the shot managed to go because the London Lightning just seem to have a lot of basketball luck going on right now. As we see some miniature soldiers, paratroopers being dropped from the rafters into the fans. I assume there's a coupon with them.
Well, it's one of the traditions that the Lightning have done over the last couple of years, dropping the parachuters. You can see a couple of them there just moving through the camera. 51-36. Talked to Joe Salerno there before the game and congratulated him on becoming the NBLC's all-time winningest coach, surpassing Michael Ray Richardson by winning 102 games. Of course, Salerno with the Island Storm since day one. Just talking about that first season, he was hired about 3 weeks before training camp.
Plenty of time, right?
In 2011, that would have probably put him around September 2011, so he's been with the team since then. But yeah, it's congratulations to him. I know that we talked about that first season because the Storm weren't great that first year, but you know, the ownership will stick with them, and a lot of people have been applauding that ownership for being very patient, especially with Joe, because he's really come into becoming a fantastic coach. And you know, with that first record in that first year, a lot of people would have been quick to fire him there, as you see Turner taking that one up for 2. Capers moves it across. 4 minutes to go. Akori for three, far side, no good. Comes off the rim and it's collected here by Turner. Turner works it underneath to right. This is Jennings trying to work around right here. Right strips the ball off him. Hands it off to Anderson. Right gets it back. 3.5 left in the half. Right, bounce pass. It's taken here by Maxwell down low. Who's going to finish it? No one by the looks of it. It's collected here by Wack. Off to Lewis. Oh, the pass was just behind Morgan Lewis, and it'll be London ball. Meantime, Kevin Loisel and Chad Postmus preparing to come into the game.
Yeah, the Island Storm are doing okay defensively. They've got the Lightning scrambling and making some not so good passes, some not so good possessions. However, the same mistakes that they're forcing London into on one end, they're then making themselves on the other. So they got to get their offense a little more in sync and kind of get it together here. Their shooting numbers, not terrible. You'd like better than 37%. They are shooting 41% from three-point land, so this game could have been a lot worse if it wasn't for the three-point shot.
Corey brings it across, 3:15 on the clock. Postmus up top. Passes it off to Lozelle as Postmus works his way into the corner, calls for the ball. Corner of the key, very top there. Can't get that one to go. Collected by Evans. Here comes Josiah Turner using a bit of his speed to stretch the floor. Works his way down low, hands it off. This is Jennings. He'll work his way to the top of the key. Now to Nick Evans. Who's going to take it? Turner off to Morgan Lewis for three. Can't get that one to go. Again, the Storm unlucky from beyond the arc so far this game. Akori. Bounce pass to Postmus, down low, lots of space. He's going to draw the foul off Brent Jennings. 2.5 left in this quarter, 51-38. Postmus, the Winnipeg native. It's that first shot to go. Tyshawn Patterson preparing to come on here for London. Second shot's good. That brings London's performance from the free throw line up to 9 and 10. Coming off last night, they only shot around 66% from the line, made it really close. As you see, Addison once again, or Beeman rather, once again, drawing some contact on the three-point attempt. So he's going to go to the line for 3 attempts. See the referees having a quick chat before handing the ball off to Beeman. The Storm just shooting 55% from the line so far today. Leaving lots of points there.
I think that at the end of the day might be what's killing the Island Storm tonight, is they're leaving a lot of potential points on the floor.
Four fouls for Lightning, 3 for the Island Storm. No good. There from Beeman. Patterson takes it. Up against Turner. Works his way underneath. Goes to the ground as the referees blow a whistle. 2:18 on the clock now.
This is kind of a pace that actually works in the London Lightning's favor. They're capable of slowing it down and taking it to a crawl, as we very much are in right now. As this foul game goes back and forth. Tyshawn Patterson, 2 shots.
It's good there from the 22-year-old. The 24-year-old, rather, I should say. And shot 50% from the field last night against Moncton. Moncton, not known for having the best defense, but
you could say that again.
But I mean, you could say that their offense is also very efficient, scoring 130 points in a game. You know, you really should be winning that game if you're able to score that many points.
So they're only 2 stops away from winning that game.
It's true.
But I don't think there was a single stop for most of that game. Either way, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like for sure.
One of those games is great for a fan, but I mean, the coach is out there pulling his hair out at the fact that no one can seem to make a stop.
Inbound coming up here for Morgan Lewis. Up top to Jennings. Beeman foul. Looks like that one's going to go against Ryan Anderson.
You know, Anderson's still trying to get his feet under him since coming back to the NBL Canada. Of course, he's got some history here, though. Played with the Ottawa Skyhawks and the Windsor Express last year, so he's got himself a title, too. One of those unique guys who probably went from an expansion team to a ring. I would think that's a first in the NBL.
Morgan Lewis backing in over Loisel. Beeman, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Get it off in time, but it'll be collected here by Capers as London gets set on offense. Anderson pulls up for 3. No good. Loisel tips, Evan collects. Hands it off to Beeman. Storm gets set. Morgan Lewis to his left, he'll move around Nick Evans. Get the ball off to Evans, who will get 2 and a bonus. Oh, my apologies, that's an offensive foul.
I'm just hoping our mic down there is okay. That went right into it. But a great play there by Kevin Loisel. And I wish there was a stat to find out how many offensive fouls an individual player draws, because I think Kevin Loisel would be leading that league by a wide margin.
Patterson takes possession. Beeman playing defense up against him. Patterson slips by him, though. He'll work his way to the hoop. Can't get a shot to go, but looks like he's going to draw some contact. 1:23 on the clock. 6 fouls each as the Island Storm preparing to make a pair of changes. Looks like Thomas and Addison coming into the game. Just waiting to see who will be making way. Looks like that will be Morgan Lewis and Nick Evans. Whereas Lewis kind of platooning at the moment. As we mentioned before, the league's first ever pick. Very effective player here in London and also with Oshawa and Mississauga Power. I'm just kind of hearing that fitness might be an issue at the moment.
Well, I think he just came off an Achilles injury, and according to Morris Della Costa, he has lost around 19 pounds since that injury. So kind of like Anderson, they're both trying to get themselves back into game shape.
1:20 on the clock in the second quarter. Turner fires it across. It's taken here by Beeman. Up against Capers. Hands it off to Jennings. Jennings up against Loisel. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Takes it over Posthumus. Addison collects it. Back to Jennings. And they can't get it to go. Another crucial stop here for the Lightning.
I think Jones got a piece of that.
Posthumus tries to hand the ball up and over towards Tyshawn Patterson, but it looks like it's going to be a change of possession. Island Storm getting set to take the ball. A big round of applause here in the arena as Walter Gretzky's in the house. Of course, the father of Wayne Gretzky. Big standing ovation here from the crowd.
I heard his son's pretty good at hockey.
Just his birthday a couple days ago, of course, Wayne Gretzky. And Walter sitting in the second row there of the courtside seats on this near side. Ball's taken up there, and it's good by Josiah Turner. Let's make it 56-42 as we get into the final stages of the second quarter. Patterson with possession. Posthumus in motion. Loisel for 3. Gets it.
Kevin Loisel, one of those guys who's got the pesky 3 going for him. You don't really expect him to shoot it, but when he does, it tends to go in.
59-42, the Storm with a big deficit rather to cut back from as you see Josiah Turner draining 2 and also drawing the contact. 7 seconds left in this second quarter.
You may hear on the audio, there's some vocal fans.
To say the least, of course. I mean, if you're Joe Salerno, you've got lots to talk about in this half. I guess if you were him, what kind of adjustments would you be looking to make?
Offensive efficiency. One of the ways they got a lot of buckets is we see Mustafa Jones just charge the rim.
Tipped in there by Chad Posthumus. Make it 61-49. That's how this half is going to end. London with a massive lead against the 5-8 Island Storm. Jake Beckett, How you doing?
Good, thanks. Game 3 in a row here.
I know, yeah. It's been a lot. Let's talk about this game. So we were just talking about if you were Joe Salerno, as you see him, he's pretty quick to head into the locker room. He's going to wait for his players to catch up. What do you think he's going to tell his players during that halftime interval?
Well, their offensive efficiency, Chris was just talking about that, has been horrendous. They're not shooting the ball well. They're shooting at 37% right now. Both teams actually not shooting very well from 3 either. Island Storm is a team that puts up a lot of threes, hits a lot of threes. London's done an amazing job of locking down their shooters, so that's something they got to work on. Ball movement hasn't been a whole lot for either team tonight. The assists are low. The offense is kind of stale for both teams to start the game. London got out of that funk, but the Island really got to get out of that. They got to get the ball moving.
Well, I mean, you've got guys like Chad Posmus and Nick Evans. Of course, they're going to try to get those one-on-ones, right? Defensive play from both teams. I mean, we saw it last night. It wasn't necessarily featured too prominently with a 135-130 win for the London Lightning. But talk about the defense for both of these teams so far in this game.
London was built for a game like this. This is a defensive, grinded-out game. London's getting out and scoring right now, but they're locking down the Island Storm, and the Eastern teams aren't as used to as much defense as they're getting from London right now. Coach Julius has done a fantastic job of building a team top to bottom that is for grinded out games like this. Their bigs, Posthumous, Loisel, Akeem Wright, Maxwell especially, they're all built for down low, banging the other team, getting them tired out, and this is exactly what we're seeing from the Lightning right now.
And let's talk about Stephen Maxwell as well. I know that you're a big fan of his, but 12 points, 8 rebounds already in this game. Where would this team be without him?
It's hard to say. Right now they're absolutely dominating in the paint. 28 points in the paint. Second chance points, 18 points. Offensive rebounds, a big part of that is Maxwell. So he's almost got a double-double already at the half. I believe that's 10 in the last 11 games if he gets this double-double. So without Stephen Maxwell, this is a completely different team defensively and offensively.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Jake. As always, it's a pleasure. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the start of the third quarter.
Hey, Garrett, let's get some mozzarella.
Oh, mama, zumba, zumba, bacala.
Mamma mia.
Oh, mama, zumba, zumba, bacala. Zumba, 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 bacala.
Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah,
Don't forget to check out the Oxford Dodge Shoot to Win booth just outside the King Club. Sign up to compete on the court in the third quarter break for your chance to win a brand new Jeep Cherokee on the last home game of the season.
This is our Fiat 500.
sweet.
And tell me what you guys think.
Oh, this is awesome. I can work with this. This car seems pretty good, although it's a little tighter than I imagined.
That's a car, man. What about this hot rod right here? What do you guys think, man?
I think we might get in a little too much trouble in this one.
Yeah.
Might get a couple tickets. Yeah.
Jeep Cherokee is our most popular SUV.
Okay.
And it's very stylish and affordable, as you can see.
Oh wow, this is great.
Yeah.
No, this is hey, I actually fit in this one too.
Tons of room inside. All right, guys, why don't you guys come in? What do you guys think?
I think we're gonna go with the Cherokee. Yeah, definitely the Cherokee. That's
Great,
awesome.
excellent.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The world has changed. Business has changed. You've changed. Is the practice of law keeping up? Find the answer. Visit siskins.com/change.
Hi there, Chris Croucher here for the first edition of Baseline to Baseline with the London Lightning. I'm joined by Mr. Warren Ward. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad at all. You're from London. You've played pro basketball a bunch of different places. You were with the Power last year.
Yeah.
Did you ever think when you were making those pro stops and when you were sort of playing basketball all over the place that you'd ever end up in your own hometown?
No, never would have thought. I didn't even know London had a team up until I got here. So no,
okay.
I never thought I'd be here in London, not at all.
All right, so what's like the coolest part of coming back? Is it, you know, going to all the places you used to go to growing up, seeing all the people from around here? Like, what's your favorite part?
I would say definitely seeing all the people.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know, I grew up with a ton of people here, and you know, I get to encounter them a lot. So I'd say that's probably been the most beneficial part of this.
All right. Now, we know you had your Achilles injury last year. How was the rehab process? How did that all go about during the off season?
It was long and grueling, and really, it actually wasn't that painful, but it just took a lot of work and a lot of faith, to be honest. Like, I had to stay, I'd say, mentally strong throughout the entire thing, but you know, I'm glad that I did, because it's tough. It's tough to, like, you just start doubting yourself so much, you know, and that's like, that was the biggest obstacle for me, is knowing that I'd be fine.
And how good did it feel to come back, first game back in the NBL, putting up 31 points? How good did that one feel?
It felt good to get the win. That's the most important thing. I like, individual stuff, it don't matter to me anymore. You know, I'm a pro and I've been doing this for a while now, so the win is all that really mattered to me. I mean, I'm just you know, I'm just the outcome of it all, really. So, you know, I say scoring all those points, it's great and all, but you know, I gotta thank my teammates for passing me the ball in the first place. You know, I'm just the one who got to finish the job.
Now, coming from Ontario, having been around when the Raptors first started, when everything built up, how much of an impact did pro basketball, whether it was through the Raptors or around you, how much did that, I guess, push you towards basketball and, I guess, drive you that direction?
Well, I grew up here, so I played soccer when I was younger, so it wasn't until I got to, I'd say, Brampton is when I really started to, you know, even play basketball to begin with. So I would say, you know, Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady definitely had a large impact on that. And the Raptors, I didn't really watch them, to be honest with you, but I just knew those two guys and I wanted to emulate them. So, you know, I thank them a lot, for sure.
Who was your team growing up?
Basketball team? Didn't have one.
Really?
No, I was a Manchester United fan, so that's that's a whole nother sport.
Right on.
Whole nother sport, yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Warren.
No
Best
problem.
of luck tonight.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you.
oldest of 4 kids, so when we were younger we just go out back and play, and my father loved basketball. He instilled a good work ethic. I feel like it's always good to have mentors, especially at a young age, someone to look up to, maybe someone to confide in. Growing up, my siblings, I definitely felt an added responsibility to do the right thing. Set an example for them because I knew they were watching my every move. Doesn't matter race, age, sex, whatever it is, it's a game that can be played by anybody. The guard usually tries to dictate the tempo, try to keep guys' emotions in check when the game's not going our way or things aren't going our way. Team's almost like a family in a sense. Somebody has your back on defense or on offense, off the floor. These are your brothers for the next couple months while we're playing, so we have to count on each other. You try to stay positive, whether they miss a shot or make a turnover, you try to encourage them to go on to the next play, and especially when things aren't going your way or somebody's yelling at you or telling you can't do something, you just laugh about it and go out there and prove them wrong. If you treat people the right way, then your teammates, your coaches, fans, everybody will kind of give you respect in return. You never know what someone's going through at their home life or how they're feeling inside. You definitely want to support them and try and stop the bullying if you see it or see them being mistreated, because your efforts can go a long way.
The members of a provincial parliament, thank you for passing Ryan's Law. A safer Ontario for all our kids with asthma starts now. For more information, contact my friends at the Ontario Lung Association. And thank you once again.
My son Ryan would have turned 15 on April 4th. But 2.5 years ago, my phone rang with that call that every parent dreads. Ryan had a severe asthma attack at school. He was rushed to hospital, but there was nothing they could do. A lot of people, when they hear about Ryan, say, but it was only asthma. That's so common now, and they're right. 1 in 5 kids in Ontario has asthma, so yes, it is common, but it also can be fatal. That's why we need to do everything we can do to make schools safe places for our kids with asthma. I hope that you will remember that when it's time to vote on Bill 20, Ryan's Law. The legislation is named in memory of my son Ryan Gibbons because it will help to make sure that no other parent gets that telephone call and that no other family has to go through that terrible grief of losing a child because they can't breathe. So please stand up for our kids and vote to pass Ryan's Law.
And we're back underway here at Budweiser Gardens. Island Storm down 45-61. They've got possession here to start this third quarter. Turner with possession. Ball falls out of play. And looks like the Storm will keep the ball here. 11:50 on the clock. Marty Thompson, Chris Croucher up in the booth here for this second half of play. Again, the Storm have a lot of work to do. We talked about that heading into halftime. Joe Salerno's got a lot to say to his team through that interval. Jennings drains two. Make it 61-47. Corey brings it across. Rashad Wack playing defense up against him. Capers. Ward. Jennings up against him. 7 seconds on the shot clock, hands it off to Corey. He's going to look for some space, likely going to take this shot. Just 2 seconds on the shot clock. Over top of Wack, misses it. Collected there by Maxwell, big offensive rebound.
Excellent defense by the Storm, but you got to get that rebound, killing them right now. It's weird, they're a rebounding team, but they're getting beat very thoroughly by the Lightning on the boards.
Maxwell, off to right, Capers down on the wing there. Takes it up top to Ward for three, draws some contact, misses the net entirely. And looks like they're actually going to say London ball, 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, they're saying that, I didn't see who the defender was, but on that Ward shot, that it was the defender who got a little bit of a hand on that ball.
So again, 6 seconds on the shot clock, minute into this third quarter. This is Akeem Wright, he can shoot a three. 1 second left, gets the shot off, misses. Turner takes the ball up the court. Ball down low is not collected properly there by Jennings. Now here comes Maxwell on the other side. He's going to draw the contact.
And there's one of the ways Maxwell's improved a lot as the season's gone on, because at the start of the year, he would have tried to make a poster out of that play. He would have jumped from way too far out, clanked a dunk off the rim, and it would have been just 2 points on the line. Now Maxwell's showing a little bit more of a game situation awareness. He's able to just go in for the layup instead of trying to, you know, embarrass someone on the court, really. So he just there, he turns what used to be just 2 foul shots, one you might miss, into a 3-point play.
Turner takes it down low to Jennings. He'll take it back, moves it under. That's good. Gorgeous play there from the former Arizona player. Ooh, a nice interception there by Turner as well. He's going to move the ball up the court. He's got Addison in front of him. He'll hand it off to Jennings instead. Addison gets it now. Foul, likely against Akeem Wright. 10-13 on the clock here in the third quarter. Again, the Island Storm outscored big in that second quarter, 35-24. Working the rebound here. You see Brian Addison going to the line. Played for Halifax as well. Played in Mexico last year. 28-year-old. It's up and it's good. 64-50. Storm break the half century here. 10 minutes to go in the third. McCory looks to Maxwell, who was streaking down low. Ward takes the bounce pass, takes it off to Akeem Wright here.
A little bit slack on the offensive end. Some of these passes not as crisp as they need to be.
Inbound coming here for the Storm. Turner moves it. Corey on the far side. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Works along the baseline. Fires it to Maxwell, who's unable to collect. Storm ball.
Not a very sharp start from the Lightning.
Just 8 assists for the Island Storm in that first half. Lots of one-on-one play. Jennings moves it across, takes it up. Nice hook play from number 2. McCory brings it across. This is Warren Ward with possession. Looks to Corey, who's open on this near side. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Ward takes the fade. After the crossover dribble, it's no good. Josiah Turner hands it off, and Addison unable to collect there as the Storm tried to sting the Lightning on the fast break.
Lightning at their best when they really move the ball around because they have so many guys who can take the shot. It's more worthwhile to move the ball around and have 5 threats as opposed to one guy hold it. And you only have too much one-on-one from the Lightning. That's kind of the more Eastern style of play that we've seen this year, and it won.
Corey takes some mean contact, but still drains the 2 as you see him getting up there at the base of the net. Here comes Turner. Fires it down low to Addison. He gets the and 1.
Addison having himself a game here for the Island Storm, especially at the start of this half. Just some excellent work from Brian Addison.
Ryan Anderson preparing to come into the game. And also Tyshawn Patterson, Warren Ward, and Marcus Capers making way here for the 11-2 London Lightning. And Addison back at the line. It's a high shot, it's no good. It's taken here by the Lightning and Akeem Wright. Anderson, Maxwell in front. Takes it all the way across. This is Tyshawn Patterson for 3. It's no good. Taken by Jennings. Big stop here for the Storm. Top of the key. Jennings can't get that one to go. Easily collected there by Maxwell, and now here comes Tyshawn Patterson. Patterson to Okori. He's going to slow things down as he sits pretty much at half court there. Right. Looks to make a pass down low. Instead, he'll just take it up to Maxwell here. Ball still staying on the perimeter. Akeem Wright can't quite walk it in, and another stop by the Storm. They'll get the ball here. Turner getting set on the inbound. Kevin LaSalle preparing to come on here for the London Lightning. Akeem Wright making way. 8:08 on the clock. 66-54. Turner. Corey playing defense up against him. Jennings calling for it down low. Jennings up against Anderson. 2 very athletic shooters, and you see that missed opportunity there from Jennings on that fade. Corey up against Turner. Bounce pass. This is Maxwell. Going really down low as Maxwell takes it up himself. 68-54.
Stephen Maxwell having himself a game. 17 points, 11 rebounds. That's his 10th double-double in 11 games.
Nice finish there by Nick Evans down low there right at the corner of the key. Makes it 68-56. Again, the Storm still pulling their way back into this one. Corey moves it down low. Won't be able to draw the foul, and now here come the Storm. This is Jennings. Takes it over to Nick Evans, who makes a huge slam as a timeout is called by Kyle Julius and the London Lightning. The Island Storm managed to bring this deficit down to just 10 points. Or my apologies, so 68-56. My apologies, it would be 12 points at this point. Or my apologies, they are counting that basket. 68-58. Timeout, London Lightning.
And yeah, this is a precautionary one from Kyle Julius. Obviously a 10-point lead is nothing to complain about. But we've seen the Island Storm put together a couple good possessions, building a little bit of momentum. You want to kill that now before that turns into anything.
As I mentioned, London really out-rebounding the Island Storm so far. 37-26, 14 offensive rebounds, 18 second chance points so far.
And part of that problem for the Island Storm is the turnovers are about even. The Island Storm turned over 12 times, the Lightning turned it over 9 times, but the second chance points are 18-7 for London. So again, London's just shown more ability to make some baskets after a mistake and really make the Island Storm pay for their mistakes. They're both shooting the ball about the same, 43% from the field. The Island Storm 38% from three-point range though. However, all those points they've made off of those three-pointers, they've given right back by missing their free throws. And kids, go out in your driveway and practice your free throws, because those are points that have to be on the board for you. We can't all have Andre Drummond games where you're missing 23 of them.
That mashup was amazing watching that. You can just see all of the missed shots over and over again of that game from Drummond. Yeah.
It's a long compilation.
It is, yeah. Corey takes it up. Shot whack. Being set to play defense with him. Ball's taken up there to Anderson, but unorthodox. Patterson trips over his own feet as he makes a move there along the baseline. He's sitting in the corner now. LaSalle tries to play the pick. 5 seconds on the shot clock. This is LaSalle and Dupetsky 3. No, it'll be stripped to the ball. Collected there by Beeman, and that's going to be a jump ball. As you see Kevin Loisel just kind of rolling over Beeman. It's an interesting way to do it, to say the least.
It was one of those oops, I've fallen type of plays there. He just kind of tried to land right on Beeman there.
6 minutes, 44 seconds left in the third. Anderson getting set on the inbound. Takes it off to Okori. Fresh shot clock here for the Lightning after that jump ball. Posthumus in motion. It's tipped, but they're going to call a foul against Wack, and doesn't look very happy with that with the referee. That's a second whistle there as well, as Wack's just having a quick chat with the referee on the far side. Inbound coming up now, 2 fouls each in this third quarter. Again, this is the only game in the NBLC schedule this afternoon. Usually the Sunday games have 2 or 3 games happening. Okori finds Anderson all alone in the corner. The three's good from Ryan Anderson.
Ryan Anderson needing to get some buckets, starting to find his rhythm, showing a little bit more this game than the last, and he gets his feet under him. Look out.
9 points to his name so far tonight. Jennings takes it out to Beeman, the very top. He's down in the corner. This is a distance too. It's no good there from Addison. And the refs blow things down once again.
On Posthumus, I think they called the foul. I'm not sure what he did there.
And it looks like he's visibly upset about that. That'll be Posthumus's first foul.
I originally thought that was just over the back on Okori, but I guess Posthumus did something, and you can't do that, apparently.
Beeman for 3. Gets it! So the Island Storm, again, bring this deficit within 10 points. Tyshawn Patterson. LaSalle up top. There's Ryan Anderson in motion. Again, he's up top, not liking what he's seeing. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 5:45 on the game clock in the third. For 3, over top of Nick Evans. He's got it! Ryan Anderson is on fire. Beeman spins down low, and that's traveling. Big stop here for the London Lightning. Ryan Anderson with another 3, now got 12 points, all from beyond the arc so far today.
London Lightning rolling right now, and if Ryan Anderson gets hot, he's one of the most devastating three-point shooters in the league. Based on what we saw of him in Windsor and in Ottawa, a former NBL All-Star, and man, what an addition he is for this Lightning team. The fact that they have him and Warren Ward, 2 of the smoothest shooters in the league, if those guys get rolling, it's pretty hard to stop this team.
Okori fires it in the corner, and it's tipped out there by Brent Jennings as he kind of pushed off of Kyle Julius there, as the bench was quick to stand. Seems like cooler heads are prevailing, though, as you saw Jennings just pushed Kyle Julius into the front row of fans, but everything seems to be good.
To be fair, Jennings was going to be running in there himself, and Julius was just kind of standing there.
Pretty quick to see all the assistant coaches jump up there. Okori for 3. He's got it. And no doubt.
And there's that step back from Nick Okori that he's so good at. He takes that one step back, and it's like a leap more than a step. It's incredible.
Evans up against Posthumus. Ryan Anderson nearly strips the ball off of Evans. The ball falls out of play, though. 4:58 on the clock in the third. 3 fouls for Lightning, 2 for the Island Storm. Mustafa Jones preparing to come into the game to replace Nick Okori. And Okori, 5 assists so far today. 6 points. Distance shot is good for the Island Storm. 77-63. Under 5 to go. Patterson getting set to make a play. Moves up against Wack. Can't get it to go. Can't get the rebound either. It's taken here by Wack on this near side as Island Storm moves the ball up. For 3. It's good from Beeman.
Beeman having a heck of a game so far tonight. In fact, he's got, I believe that's going to be his 21st points of the night. Great effort.
Patterson to LaSalle. Jones looks around, open 3. Mustafa Jones. Wow.
When things are going right, boy, are they going right with the London Lightning. just everything going in for them right now. Shooting 45%, but it certainly feels like they're shooting better than that.
80 points already. We got 4 minutes to go to play in this third frame. And that's going to be a foul.
Blocking foul on MAXWELL there.
Unable to draw that one. Fortunately, he saw him going to ground once again, as he usually does. 4 minutes to go. Meantime, looks like the Island Storm are preparing to make a change. Terry Thomas, looks like he's set to come into the game, along with Josiah Turner. So there you go, just announcing the foul against Loisel. And the changes for the Island Storm taking place. Whack coming out of the game. And 2 shots coming up here for Brent Jennings. 27 points and 7 assists against Windsor. Went 0 for 3 from the line in that game. Obviously with that shot he's already past that point, but Jennings with 10 points to his name tonight, 2 rebounds rather, 3 fouls. Second shot's good. So Jennings will be coming out of the game along with Nick Evans. So Island making another set of changes there with Thomas coming in, along with Baines by the looks of it. Anderson moves around Posthumus, keeps possession, takes it up to Loisel, tries to fire it across, and the ref's going to blow that one down. Looks like that's going to be a foul against the defense. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the third. It's going to be foul against Baines, his first of the game. It's now 4 fouls for the Lightning, 3 for the Storm. LaSalle on the inbound. Jones. This is Patterson. Tries to move around Beeman. I'm trying to move around Addison. Can't get that one to drop though. And now here comes Island Storm. Beeman takes the ball back, distance 3. It's looking good. Didn't get that one to go either. Bounce pass collected here by Patterson. He's just going to try to work around, give himself some space as he moves it back across half. Jones in motion. Posthumus down low. Mustafa Jones for 3. Bit of a heat check there after draining that 3 from up top. Turner works around Jones, hands the ball off. Now it's kicked out up top here. This is Thomas. Misses the 3, so the Storm trying to go to that 3 ball. It's not dropping at the moment. That shot's no good. It's taken here by Posthumus. Anderson hands it down to Posthumus.
You got this, Chad. You're bigger.
The 3 ball is good there for Mustafa Jones. Turner takes it. Answer back shot there. 2:25 on the clock. 83-71. Patterson keeping the ball here. Looks up to LaSalle. Posthumus loses possession, and now here come the Island Storm. It's Thomas. Gorgeous play. Finished by Baines? No, he'll be fouled though. Looks like he's going to go to the line.
The Storm slowly chipping away at this Lightning lead. They've brought it within 12 now. They're doing a good job of just not going away, and that is a skill because they're doing everything they can to make sure that everything they do is efficient. They're not making any crazy passes like we saw last time they started going down some points. They're playing a very, very smart, solid style of basketball. And if they keep this up, they're holding the Lightning down just a bit. They're actually outscoring the Lightning 26-22 in this quarter. If they can keep this up in the fourth quarter, this could be a lot closer game by the time we get there.
2 minutes to go in the third. Baines goes back to the line. 29-year-old South Carolina native. And he's one of those guys that were recently picked up. Former Ottawa Skyhawks starter as well. Patterson with possession. Morgan Lewis playing defense. Jones in motion. This is Thomas going out to play defense up against him. Spins, Jones blocked.
Good defense.
Quick shot from McCory for three. It's no good and taken here by the Island Storm. A big stop as you see Morgan Lewis taking that one to the hoop easily. So now making it an 83-75 game. Patterson trying to bring this one back. This is Mustafa Jones for three. He's got it.
Or not. Mustafa Jones, he's shooting it better than we've seen him this year. That's some deadly accuracy from the guard.
Turner takes it underneath. Kind of loses possession, but manages to put it down. Collected here by Maxwell. Patterson takes it up. Morgan Lewis trying to back up, and he got caught flat-footed there by a very quick Tyshawn Patterson.
Tyshawn Patterson, one of those guys who just never slows down. Doesn't really have an off switch. He's always going full speed. And he's an electric guard, one of the leading scorers in NBLC. Hasn't been so great his past couple games. Nick O'Corey's been doing a lot of the lead guard role, and that's been part of why we haven't seen the best numbers, although you've got to make that shot. He's a guy who's incredibly electric when his game is on, though. Sitting at 5 points tonight.
1:05 on the clock here in the third quarter. Josiah Turner moves it up on this near side. Jones getting set to back him down. Hands it to Lewis. He's been shooting the three ball tonight. He's seen backing up a bit. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Works it down low, kicks it out. This is Turner for three, but they're going to call a foul there. Looks like it's going to involve Morgan Lewis.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a charge.
So an offensive foul means London ball. They're up 87-75. As this third quarter rather, gets set to come to a close, heading in towards the fourth quarter. Jones takes possession. Back to Corey here. Works on a very stingy block there from Kevin Loisel. No good. Turner moves it up. Turner underneath, gets it to go. Shot clock has expired. Now just 20 seconds to go in this third. 10-point game. Patterson just looking to slow things down. Scott Maxwell to his left. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Can Patterson get this one done? Can't draw the foul. The shot's off in time there from Addison, and it's very, very close to going. So the London Lightning up 87-77 here. We're going to take a quick break. We're right back with the fourth quarter.
All right, Lightning fans, we have a new shoot-to-win contest this season. Every single Lightning home game, 29 fans for the chance to win a play.
Don't forget to check out the Oxford Dodge Shoot to Win booth just outside the King Club. Sign up to compete on the court in the third quarter break for your chance to win a brand new Jeep Cherokee on the last home game of the season.
This is what I'm made of. No one can control me. 'Cause this is what I'm made of.
There's Joe Salerno in the Island Storm, down by 10 points in this fourth quarter against the London Lightning here at Budweiser Gardens. Marty Thompson and Chris Croucher up in the booth. The Storm not shooting too bad from the floor, around 43%, but they've really just been unable to put it away when it counts.
And part of that, I think they got to go to George Beeman a little bit more. He's only taken 12 shots in this game, which is actually the second most on the team. However, I keep giving it to him because he's 7 of 12, 5 of 7 from three-point land. He's got 24 points in this game already. I don't know why they haven't just been force-feeding him the ball at this point, because he's clearly the guy who's got the hot hand for the Island Storm.
Inbound is in, and the fourth quarter is underway. This is Morgan Lewis with possession. Gives it off to Rashad Wack. He's got a 3-ball in him. Jennings down low to Nick Evans. He's going to start backing down Nick Okori. Quite a mismatch there, unfortunately. Evans unable to take advantage of it. The ball will fall out of play, and London will get possession. They get their first stop of this fourth quarter.
Come on, Dickie Evans. Come on, Dickie. Bring me that 5-0 stuff, Dickie.
Corey moves the ball up here. He's here some very friendly jabs from the crowd at Nick Evans. Anderson, Nicky. Of course, Nicky for 3. Kevin Loisel can't get that one to go, and now here comes Brent Jennings and the Island Storm. Again, they're down by 10 points, 11-19 left. Jennings, gorgeous finish. 2 points for the Storm.
That was quite the heavy impact, as I believe it's Loisel. Of course it's Loisel. Gets up from trying to take the charge there.
Okori finds Capers in the corner. He looks up. Gonna take his time. Jennings playing defense. Fires it across to Anderson. Deep 3. So close there from number 44 in white. Whack. At the top. 10:42 left. Evans keeps the ball in. Fires it across. It's tipped here by Marcus Capers. Can he take it in? Yes, he will.
Marcus Capers, such an athlete and just a great defensive player, and that time it leads to 2 points for the London Lightning. That's the type of energy play, too, that'll help them maintain this lead. It's at 10 points right now. Can they keep it?
Rashad Wack for 3, misses it. Can he get the rebound? He will. Really fell out of play there as Nick Evans collects. Fresh shot clock here for the Storm. Jennings with possession. Looks like Baines preparing to come on here for the Storm, as you can see. They're sitting in front of the scorer's table. Jennings, 3. No good. Bounced out, and it's collected there by Loisel, but there's going to be a foul. Looks like that one is going to go against the former Rookie of the Year, Rashad Wack. Baines coming in. Nick Evans coming out. Meantime, Akeem Wright is making his way into the game for London. Kevin Loisel making way. 10 minutes to go. Got a big crowd here at Budweiser Gardens. Back-to-back home games for the Lightning. Only game in the NBLC schedule tonight. The Lightning looking to extend their win streak to 9 games. Akeem Wright to Maxwell. Capers on the wing there on the near side. This is Akeem Wright for 3. Can't get it to go. Taken here by Josiah Turner. Turner using a bit of his speed until he's matched up there by Nick Okori. Can he get around him? Looks like he's not even going to try it. Jennings up against Capers. It's going to be a foul against Marcus Capers. 1 foul each.
This has been another game where there's been a lot of discipline, actually. There haven't really been anyone in any sort of foul trouble. Loisel has 3 for the Lightning, and so does Ryan Anderson. And then Morgan Lewis has 4 for the Island Storm.
Storm collects. Jennings for 3. This would be a big 3 for them. They can't get that one to go either. Unfortunate for the Storm, they just keep throwing bricks here in this fourth quarter. Capers. Wright. Okori. Capers on the wing on this near side. Okori running into a bit of a wall there, and Brian Addison. Wright takes it in, 6 seconds on the shot clock, tries to move it under. This is Maxwell on the slam, and 1.
Stephen Maxwell, just an absolute athlete. And as the fans love it, he's going to go to the line here. That's going to give him 19 points. Can he make it 20?
If he drains this, it will be 20.
And it's 20.
He has 20 points. He has 20 points. His Lightning have 92. The Storm just have 79. Never mind. Baines with a nice finish at the hoop makes it 92 to 81. 8:48 left. The three ball really not working for the Storm in the early stage of this fourth quarter. Really needed to get going if they want to get back into this one right. Ball falls out of play off of London, so it's a nice break there for Joe Salerno in the Island Storm. They're getting set on the inbound. There's actually going to be a foul by the looks of it against Akeem Wright.
I think they just teed him up. Or pardon me, unsportsmanlike foul.
That's correct. They did tee him up there as somebody Wright's second foul. Kevin Loisel preparing to come into the game, and Wright will make way.
George Beeman coming back into this game, and again, 24 points for the Island Storm so far. He's been by far their most effective player. Can he get a comeback for this Storm team?
It's that one to go. Makes it a 10-point game. 8.5 left in the fourth. Salerno taking a bit of extra time here to talk to his players. It's a close one. Storm shoot their way back in. We see that. We've got players like Josiah Turner, Brent Jennings, proven three-point shooters. Turner, gorgeous play.
Wow, Josiah Turner with just the whirling dervish of a layup there.
Corey moves it across for London. Trying to make a bit of space. Capers, spins. Foul against Brent Jennings, and he's not happy about that. Just seemed like he had his hands up and unfortunately had a bit extra contact. So Marcus Capers goes to the line here. Capers already 3 blocks in this game. Averages around 1.5 per game so far this year, which is first in the league. You see Loisel just having a quick chat there under our score clock with the referee. Capers drains that first shot. Makes it 93 to 84. A quick update on the fouls. 3 for the Storm this quarter, just 2 for the London Lightning. It's good. Quick pass here. Storm with possession. Thomas slams it. Terry Thomas, the Island Storm, trying to breathe some life back into this PEI team. They're now down at 94 to 86. Corey tries to get an answer back. He will not. Collected by Baines. Let's see what the Island Storm can do here. This is Josiah Turner. Moves around Loisel, but it's collected there by Maxwell, and we're going back the other way. Why not? Capers switches it across. Anderson tosses it up. Really got that one to go on the underhand.
What was that shot?
Here we go, bounce pass. This is Baines on the near side. He's moving his way into the key. Can't get that one to go either.
Good job to slow it down here by the Lightning. You don't want to get caught in the back and forth game there.
7:22 left. Corey. Bounce pass, taken here by Maxwell, up and over, and good. 96-86. 7 minutes to go. Beeman now lugging the ball across. Works his way around Maxwell, fires it. See Turner unable to keep possession down low, and that's going to be a timeout by the London Lightning. 6:55 left in this one. Marty Thompson, Chris Croucher up in the booth with you for this one. London doing a good job in this fourth quarter, but the Storm just keeping in it, moving forward.
Yeah, they're just like hanging on right now. They aren't going away, and the Lightning are just going to need to kind of finish this off here, close out. I liked what I saw from the Lightning. They clearly recognized Beeman as the threat. We saw the near triple team come out there. And I mean, if you're going to have all that pressure coming at Beeman, you got to make the baskets if you're the open man. And that time we saw Beeman pass out. They found the open man, Turner, but no buckets.
10-point game. Again, if London are able to win today, that would bring them to 9 straight wins. That would also mean that they would go a full month, a full 30 days unbeaten. As their last loss came against the Windsor Express here. Remember that last shot, that last-minute shot from Brandon Robinson gave the London Lightning just their second loss. That was on January the 3rd. Of course, after this game, they've got a couple days off before taking on the Windsor Express in Windsor on the 3rd of February. (96-86), 10-point game as we see Kyle Julius and the London Lightning getting set to take to the floor. They've got the lead here at home. I think they'd be favorites, hottest team in the league by a wide margin. They join the play. As you can see, a very big crowd here at Budweiser Gardens for this one. Been a good game. Whack, inbounds. This is Beeman. Whack takes it back. He'll take it up as well. This is Evans. Gets the ball back. Can he put it back? He will.
Great play from Nick Evans on that one. He's had a very quiet game. Put up a lot of rebounds, but not a lot of points. That's only 8 for him in this one.
Capers. On a run. Moves it underneath. Gorgeous play from Mr. Marcus Capers.
And just steal.
It's taken back. There's Maxwell. 100 points for the London Lightning.
The Island Storm just took 1 step forward and 2 steps back, unfortunately for them. And everything going London's way right now.
12-point game. Here comes a three-pointer from the near side. It's no good that time from Terry Thomas. Anderson looks for the three, gives it to Capers instead. He's a hot hand, so is Maxwell. He moves it over. Hands it off to a Corey. Shoots the three. No good. Rims off, and now here comes Thomas. Weaving his way through, and the ball follow play off of London rather. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 5:47 on the game clock here in the fourth quarter. Inbound coming. Thomas to take it. Beeman's the man in motion. He throws it over to Whack up top. For three. He's going to miss that one. Jennings on the rebound though. Can he put it back? He will not. Osmus with a big rebound. London get another stop.
London's completely taken George Beeman out of this game entirely in this fourth quarter here. They can't, every time Beeman gets the ball, there's ridiculous defense covering him.
Takes it up, Maxwell finishes it. Ryan Anderson with the assist.
They're just playing pickup right now against the Island Storm. The Lightning getting every single basket they could want. This is not looking good for the Island Storm. 102-88 with just around 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here at Budweiser Gardens.
Available exclusively from Talbot Marketing. Let's see the dump there. That bag is full of London Lightning gear. Congratulations, Talbot Marketing. The Lightning's in your leader in promotional products. Congratulations, Cassie. But we haven't forgotten about you fans who wants some t-shirts.
We're back here at Budweiser Gardens to get a shot of the Island Storm benches. Island Storm are getting set to have possession here. They're down 102-88. As you can see, 5:16 left in this one. I'm just going to call a foul there. Josiah Turner tossing that ball up anyways. Now 3 fouls each in this third quarter. Turner. Takes it over to Thomas. Takes it back. Turner over top of Bossemus. Gets that one to Drain, the former D-League talent. Getting his team back in it.
Had a very good game shooting the ball tonight, too.
102-90. Under 5 minutes to go. Anderson tries to take it across. It's going to fall out of play. And they're going to say it fell out off of the Island Storm. See Chad Bossemus quickly running over to have a chat with Kyle Julius. Inbound from Capers. Bossemus up against Evans on the baseline. Hands it off. This is a Corey. Gets a bit of space for a 3. Capers tips it in.
Capers and Maxwell have been bailing on Corey out of it. Corey only 3 of 13 tonight. But I mean, Capers and Maxwell having a great job rebounding the ball and getting those tip-ins to make up for some of their misses.
No, ref's going to blow that one down. Looks like it's a foul on the defense. It's going to go against Ryan Anderson. Anderson's 5th foul of the game.
He's the only guy really in any sort of foul trouble right now, aside from Morgan Lewis with 4, but
Brent Jennings also with 4 on the Island Storm. We're keeping him in mind. 3's good. 104-93. Maxwell hands it off to Bossemus. Easily lays that one up to make it 106-93, 4 minutes to go. London doing a great job here in the final part of this game. Unable to stop the Island Storm there, though, as Brian Addison puts that one back.
Great job cutting through the zone defense there by the Island Storm.
Bounce pass, Bossemus works down low, and he's got it. And one.
Chad Bossemus having one of his better games. That's going to give him 13 points and 8 rebounds tonight on 4 of 8 shooting. Very tough guy to handle in the post. He's done a great job tonight of just really crashing and banging and getting some fouls out of the Island Storm players.
Bonus shot is no good there from the big man. Jennings finds some space down low, hands it off. This is Addison up against Bossemus. Bossemus is going to give off a foul there. 3:41 on the clock. Mustafa Jones comes in. Anderson comes out of the game. First shot from Addison's no good. Again, the Storm getting set to return home after today's game. Take on Moncton on Thursday. London Lightning will have a tough road assignment when they visit the Windsor Express on Wednesday. Then they're going to host the St. John Mill Rats on Thursday. So another East Coast team comes to London. Of course, we'll have that game for you here from Budweiser Gardens.
That'll be an 8-second violation on Nick Okori there. Didn't get the ball across half court quickly enough.
Quick update on the fouls in this quarter. 5 for the Lightning, 4 for the Storm. Beeman. Mustafa Jones up against him here. Gets the distance too. It's good. So make that 108-97.
Beeman, that'll give him 30 points. He's still got the hot hand. If I'm the Island Storm, I just continue to give him the ball and see if he can will this team back into the game.
Corey crawls it across half. He's got Thomas in his face. Can he get around Thomas? Nice move. And he gets the dribble. Can he get the bucket? Collected by Maxwell. Can he get the putback? No. Foul.
Well, you heard that one. Maxwell definitely got fouled on that play. That'll give him 17 rebounds in this game and 26 points. Maybe he can add to it here.
2:54 on the clock. You see number 21 there, Stephen Maxwell, going to the line. Third in field goal percentage in the league, 60% from the field so far this year. Incredible numbers from a guy who's just 22 years old. Morgan Lewis comes into the game. Terry Thomas making way. Inbound coming up here from Addison. Hands it off to Beeman. Trying to work under Mustafa Jones. He'll get that one to go. So 2:42 on the clock. 110 to 99. Okori crawls it across half. Posmus playing the pick. Okori's going to draw the foul. That looks like that's going to go against Addison. That's Addison's third. And now the Storm up to 6 fouls in the quarter. Inbound coming. Maxwell distributing that. Okori finds Jones. Swings around up against Morgan Lewis. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Okori's going to take this. Is he going to get it? No. Lewis collects it after that Posthumous challenge. And now here comes Brent Jennings. Look at that speed. Can't get that one to drop though. Posthumous moving it down here for London. Capers. Maxwell to his left. Lots of space for Maxwell. He's going to switch it across to Mustafa Jones. No. Here comes Beeman. Back and forth stuff here as we're now 2 minutes away from the end of this game. Beeman moves along the baseline. The ref's going to say he stepped out of bounds, I think.
Tough break for the Island Storm trying to mount a comeback, but these mistakes not helping. Actually, they're going to say foul on London.
Saying he forced him out. Second foul for Mustafa Jones. And now London's 6th of the game. Inbound on the baseline. Addison with a bit of space, going to try to work around Posthumous on the fade. He draws the contact though. He's going to go to the line here. Big play for the Island Storm. It's now just 110 to 101, minute 46 left.
Posthumous is incredulous about that call. Not very happy with it.
Big shot here from Brian Addison. Needed for his Island Storm team here. Try to stay in this one. No. Posthumous with a big defensive rebound. Gets a few applauding members of the stands here.
Smart play by Capers to slow it down there, bring it back out, kill some clock.
Corey brings Capers over. 10 seconds on the shot clock, minute and a half left. Posthumous down low. That's going to be a foul against Addison again. And Posthumous gets set at the line to try to give London an even larger lead. 110 to 101 at the time.
If you want to be our Atlas 2 of the game, use hashtag GetStruck to get a pair. This is on the Jumbotron.
Of course, we'll be back on Thursday, as I mentioned, with the game against St. John. Then after that, next weekend, London will host Windsor. Always a good game when that happens. That'll be on a Saturday night. Posthumous missed that first one. Not happy with himself. Of course, he missed that and one opportunity just a couple plays ago. Can't get that second one to go either. That's got to hurt if you're Kyle Julius. As we see Brent Jennings moving it across. Maybe a three here from Morgan Lewis in the corner. He's short, gets the ball back. This is Brent Jennings who will finish calmly for two, make it 110 to 103. 116 as we see the Storm getting set to go full court press on the London Lightning. Posthumous with a nice spin move there. Gives it off to Okori. Whoa. Misses two guys. And now he looks up to Posthumous. Who's to his right. Ooh, that was a rough fall there. Looks like he maybe hit his chin off of the ground, but
not just that. I think he got the ball right in the gut. That'll knock the wind out of you.
And Okori, he's back up, so he's good to go. Tyshawn Patterson preparing to come in to replace Mustafa Jones. Again, just a minute to go in this one. 2 shots here coming up for Okori as he's fouled. Well, these two teams all time, London has had the upper hand by quite a margin, 14-4. They've had that record against the Island Storm through the 5 years of the league, and of course they're going to play one more time this season, but that would bring things up to 15-4 all time between these two clubs. Nothing but net for Corey, and that's a timeout there by Joe Salerno of the Island Storm. Chris, what's Joe telling his team now?
Stay in control. You can't be taking wild shots. You just have to try and get lucky, really. Hopefully you can force the Lightning into some sort of a mess up. Get yourself some extra possessions. They're getting killed in the second chance points. It's not really looking like a promising game for the Island Storm. They got a long way to go and not very much time to do it.
Again, just a minute to go in this one between the Island Storm and the London Lightning. You see the Storm there, huddled over Joe Salerno. Longtime assistant coach Mike Leslie as well.
They've played a pretty good game. I mean, they haven't played poorly, they've just been beaten. The Lightning are just doing everything the Storm are doing slightly better, and that all is accumulated into this 111-103 lead. It's kind of interesting from the Lightning perspective, considering we came into this Eastern visit, I guess, of all these teams from the East visiting London, wondering, would the Lightning be able to keep pace with the scoring of the teams from the East, because the East were putting up ridiculous offensive numbers, and the West was putting up really good defensive numbers. So it's kind of which one, something had to give. Which side would it go to? And the Lightning, with 135 last night and 111 and a bit more coming tonight, have proven they can beat you offensively, they can beat you defensively. They're shown to be one of the more versatile teams in the league.
Josiah Turner with possession as Island Storm give the ball up. Unfortunate, 54 seconds left in this one. Corey spins around, manages to get the pass off. Jennings nearly collected that one. Capers still with possession. You said the Island Storm not fouling.
Yeah, they're just trying to win on defense, and it works.
Taken here by Beeman. Can he put that one up? Yes, he will. 36 seconds left, and Beeman breathes some life into this Island Storm squad.
Gigantic play from Beeman, and they're going to need some of that if they want to continue this game. They went with the pressure defense instead of just trying to foul and get it. So now they have the opportunity for a three-point swing in their favor.
And Joe Salerno calls another timeout, so we've got a massive play for the Island Storm. You'd think that they would be looking towards that three-point play, but they've got it there, or at least the opportunity of that, with George Beeman going to the line after coming back into this game after the timeout. Already 34 points for him tonight.
And could make it 35. I mean, it's not often that you see a guy come into London and put up 30, and now we're going to see it for the second night in a row. Stephen Maxwell not far off, though, with 28 himself. 17 rebounds as well. Some of the other notable performances we've seen in this game, Josiah Turner recently returned to the NBL Canada, 18.6 assists, 5 rebounds, done a great job in the point guard spot. As well for London, you've got Chad Postman, 15 points, 9 rebounds, putting in a lot of the dirty work in the post. And then you gotta look at Marcus Capers. He hasn't shot very often, but he's 5 and 7, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. And of course, Nick O'Corey, he hasn't been shooting well, but he's really done a good job of being the floor general. He's only 3 of 16 from the field, which is not good, but he's still got 10 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds.
Inbound coming, or my apologies, the free throw coming rather, from Beeman. 111 to 105. Looking to make this a 5-point game. Can't get that one, but a big offensive rebound. What can the Island Storm do with this? Beeman nearly got another and one. It's traveling.
They're going to call the travel on that one. Joe Salerno very, very pleased with that call, as you can see, as he's yelling his gratitude to the referee.
I don't think he was happy about it. 111 to 105.
Thank you, Marty.
Full court press once again. Bosmas takes it up. This is Capers, switches it to Maxwell. Lots of space. Can Capers finish? He will on the dunk, and that
That'll
breathe
just about
some
do
life.
it there.
At least breathe some life into Bud Gardens here. As we see the shot clock around the same time as the game clock, around 17 seconds. Shot clock has now expired. Caper's just going to slow this one down. London move up to a record of 12-2. The Island Storm move down to a record of 5-9 for the season. 7 seconds left. And the Island Storm foul.
I don't think their bus is here yet, so they decided to wait for the game a bit.
Marcus Capers goes to line, looking to add some points to his total for the day. Again, the Island Storm moved down to a record of 5-9 as they return home, host Moncton on Thursday. A very strong Moncton team, as we saw last night. Both those teams sitting at 3-4 in the Atlantic Division. Postmus collects that offensive rebound. Just about do it. London 114, Island Storm 105.
Postmus just double dribbled because he figured they'd just leave the game alone. So the Island Storm are gonna get a chance to maybe bring this within 9.
Jennings nearly gets that 3. London win. Chris, London Lightning move up to 9 straight wins and a record of 11-2.
And more impressive is the way they've gotten those wins. They've been doing a lot of different things. They've never come out with the exact same game plan every single game, and their adjustments have been spot on. This game for the Island Storm, though, is going to be a missed opportunity. They had a lot of chances to really be in this game, and they did not complete it. They ended up catching up to London on the rebounds, and on their second chance points, they got killed 25-16. And then the free throw line, they were 14 of 25, 56%. That's not good enough. And you look at those points right there, if they make those missed free throws, this is a tie game. So you just have to make sure you make your free throws.
So we'll be back on Thursday when the St. John Millrats come to town, another Atlantic Division rival here for the London Lightning. So I'll just about do it for Chris and myself and everyone behind the scenes here at our live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Final score, London 114, Island Storm 105.